Hello and welcome to my video on raw feeding my Boston Terrier with Primal Pronto. And so far this has been the best food that's worked out for us as far as feeding raw. The price is right. This bag was about $32 I believe with tax, and it is a 4-pound bag, and I bought it from my local store called Natural Paws here in Houston. And what I like about this is it's small little pellets, and you measure it out, and it defrosts pretty quickly in this little bowl. And I do feed my dog outside in his silicone mat because I have a toddler and I don't want him to be bothered while he eats, and also it just keeps it a lot cleaner. I do worry about cross-contamination when I feed raw, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the best raw food that I've used so far, and it's the scoop and serve, and it's the beef flavor. Beef just seems to work for him. He likes it a lot. He doesn't have any food allergy issues though, so it's just a matter of what he seems to like more, and beef is definitely it. And right now he's a little on the heavy side, and I believe he's 27 pounds when I weighed him last, so he needs to lose a couple pounds. And we're really cutting his carbs. I believe the Primal Pronto is 7% carbs. It's really the lowest. The only thing lower that's prepackaged that I found was that Primal makes dehydrated raw, and we're going to try that next, so we'll do a review on that. So here's your 4-pound. You find it in the freezer case, and since we're at the end of the bag, normally I keep it in the freezer and I scoop out a portion and put it in a Rubbermaid and just let it defrost. I'm going to have to and let it defrost. I can't even get the bag open like that. Here we go. So I scoop it out, put it in some Rubbermaid bowls, and let it defrost for a day or two, servings ahead of time, and that way it's just ready to eat. He'll eat it semi-frozen, but I just don't like feeding it semi-frozen. It just seems like it would upset his stomach, even though you know, what I've read says that it's perfectly acceptable for them to eat it frozen. And here I'm going to go ahead and okay, this is why you don't pour directly out of the bag when it's defrosted, but you know what, he doesn't care, and that's kind of yucky, huh? So here's what the pellets look like, and normally they're frozen solid, and they do have even when they're frozen, they do have a little bit of odor. And here they're defrosted and they're soft. Normally they aren't this soft when you leave them sitting on the counter for about 15-20 minutes. They're usually still pretty firm, but you can see and get an idea of the size. And I believe I've been feeding him about 3/4 cup. It depends on what we've been doing that day and how many treats he's had. I try to feed him around noon so that he eats and he's able to eat his food and digest and you know, do his business before we go to bed. We go to bed, I take him for his last walk around 9 o'clock at night. As you can tell, you hear a lot of road noise behind us. That's because we live in a 3rd-story apartment, and we're on the patio right now, and that's where I normally feed him. So I like to have him use the restroom at about 9 o'clock each evening, and that way he can hold it until the morning. So, oh, as you can see, he just slurps it right up. I really like this. I think it's a great product. His feces are firm. I think they could be a little firmer, but they're, you know, they're solid. They're just, since I have to scoop it immediately, because I do live in an apartment complex, I have to scoop it as soon as he does it. If it were left for a few minutes, it would probably firm up a lot quicker. I have no issue in the quality, and he actually, his fecal, you would think he was a tiny toy dog by the amount that of the poops that he leaves, because they're so tiny, like you know, maybe the size of your pinky, because he digests his food so well. And he's always had a problem when he was younger with having soft stools, so I was worried. You know, I tried a lot of different raw foods and even cooking for him, and this is definitely the best raw that we've come across. And it is a lot more, it's expensive, but you know, considering that you have to buy supplements as well, I think it's a pretty good deal. And let me just go over the protein real quick. 14% protein, you know, not bad, especially if you have a dog. You just consider the source. If you have a dog that might be protein sensitive, this is a choice. It's something you probably want to talk about with your vet or do some research on your own. And here's the ingredients: beef hearts, beef livers, ground beef bone. The things like the carrots, the yams, the broccoli, you know, the fruit and veggies, I'm not really into. That's why when I make the food myself, I don't include vegetables in it. And I do give a supplement daily, a little chewable supplement. And here's your weight, in case you're wondering what the feeding percentages were. So really, you want 2.5% of your dog's body weight is what you feed in food weight. So I want him to lose weight, and so I'm feeding him, you know, like I said, about a cup. I don't know. You saw me just kind of eyeball it. And if he still seems super hungry, you know, he always seems hungry. He's, you know, look at him. He could eat his weight in food a day, and I don't think it would bother him at all. Anyway, I highly recommend this. If you can find it, check, you know, first check your local pet stores, natural pets type stores, and try to support them. Local stores are great. They really give back to the community. And if all you can find is Petco or PetSmart, just do yourself a favor and try a bag. I know it seems like a lot in the beginning, but if you have a smaller dog like Solaire, I think it'll really pay off as far as digestibility and good health. Thanks for watching.